Hello and welcome back to Self-Care Sunday. I'm Abby, and this is where we use tarot to move deeper into self-care, into the invitation for self-care and self-tending. So let's see what card wants to come forward this week. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is essentially an opportunity for us to practice deep presence. So the wheel is always turning, like our life is always changing. Life is impermanent, nothing ever stays the same. And when we get this card, usually there's things that are in process. There's things that are happening behind the scenes that we're probably not able to see or understand yet. And so our job or our opportunity is to really, really hone in on our skills for presence, because the more that we can develop this capacity to be present, to really be engaged with what is, rather than worrying about the future or fretting about the past, the more that we're able to truly stay rooted in the here and the now with clear seeing and objectivity and curiosity, the more that we have a say or kind of like take part in how expansive that thing that's working in the background is going to be when it comes to us. So it's sort of like how we engage with co-creation. You know, like there's spirit or the universe or our higher self, and by being present, we're working with that energy to create something beautiful, you know, to really continue on our path, on our soul's path. So this is a week where it may feel like nothing's happening or nothing's going on, or like, man, I'd really like to know like what's up ahead, or you know, if this is going to work out or if that's going to pan out. And whenever you do that, whenever you find yourself hopping forward, it's an opportunity, a little mindfulness bell to come back to the present moment. And so just doing mundane things like, you know, doing the dishes, taking out the trash, going to work, getting your groceries, you know, just the normal daily stuff. See if you can infuse that with greater presence. Maybe even kind of make a little bit of a game of it, or like make it more fun. But like, I'm really gonna be present, like when I'm washing my hands, you know, because we're in a pandemic and we're probably washing our hands a lot. How can I really be present for that, you know, 30 seconds that I'm washing my hands, and how can I like feel the water and the temperature and the soap, and really just let myself enjoy that 30 seconds of washing my hands. And I think, at least for me, when I live in this way, and it's something that takes practice, you know, like I still have to remind myself there's many times where I fall out of that and kind of come back to it again and again and again. So the more that we can kind of infuse that and develop that skill, it can really change your outlook, your life. And you know, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of Thich Nhat Hanh, who was one of my mindfulness teachers who passed recently. And he says, there's a saying of his, I think, that says something like, no mud, no lotus. And so sometimes we're in the mud, and I see it more as like, let's get our hands dirty and kind of like be present to whatever you're doing, gardening or washing the dishes or whatever, attending to the day-to-day mundane stuff, you know. We all have to do it, and how can we do it with as much presence as possible and curiosity, to keep it fun and interesting, but also to show up for our life as it is here now versus how we want it to be, living in reality. Because the more that we're able to live in reality, the more that we can have kind of like a co-creative part in changing it if that's what we want. But it takes presence and curiosity and objectivity. So Wheel of Fortune this week is inviting us to be exquisitely present, more so than we ever have before, and really interrupting any patterns of automation or patterns where we're really in habit energy. So like even just something like, going to work a different way, or using your other hand for something, those are ways that it kind of like requires more effort because your brain is like, whoa. And so then it is easier to pay attention. So sometimes I like to sort of trick myself that way. But if you'd like more support to dive deeper into Wheel of Fortune, please see the link below to a guided meditation, and I will see you next week.